All right. Good morning, everybody. Okay. So, mm, all right. Good morning, everybody. It's time, and we shall start with our class today. I'm sorry, today my camera, there's something wrong. I couldn't show myself today on the video, but as long as you guys can hear me, then it'll be good. Let me know if you guys cannot hear me or something like it breaks in between, right? Because there's no video, then there's no indication that I'm lagging or something. Okay, so today's class, it's actually not a class. It's today is just I thought that next week this will be your midterm break already. Yeah, time flies, and now we are at the mid of the semester already. Like believe it or not. All right, so I thought that today's class, before you go for your break, I would like to also take the time to delegate out the midterm project. So as you might know already, the midterm project carries a significant weightage to your carry marks, right? So this is a instead of giving you a test like we in our class we have a project instead. So today I'm gonna brief you guys on what to do for the midterm project and what are the details and when is the submission and so on and so forth. Okay. So this is already being recorded. So if you're late or if you want to refer to it, like feel free to go back to the recording later on. Okay, let me first share my screen. Um, okay, do you see my Microsoft Word window right now?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, all right, great. So this is the your midterm project, right? So the duration of this midterm project will be 3 weeks. Okay, so this is the question sheet, and you may take your time in these 3 weeks to accomplish this project. Okay. All right. So let's just go through briefly what is this all about. So this is actually one of the final questions in I think previous I don't know which semester's final paper questions, but I've tweaked this question a little bit so that it becomes something that is more practical. It becomes something that you can actually build, you can actually do for your midterm project. Okay, so it might look familiar this question because I've shown you at least once in the class this question. A home security system is designed so that it senses 4 lines, A, B, C, and D. Line A is the secret control switch, B is the motion detector attached to the windows, C is the battery power clock, and D is connected to a magnetic sensor to detect open doors. Okay, so this is a system consists of 4 inputs, A, B, C, and D. So those are various sensors and various switch. So over here, we are specifying that, okay, this is the value of the switch. Okay, these are the value of the switch. So the following conditions produce a logic 0, which means that these conditions produce a logic 0. For example, the control switch is off. It means that A equals to 0. Okay, understand that? And other than that, no movement detected. No movement means 0. So which means that line B is the movement, right? So if there's no movement, it means that B is 0. So the clock is between 12 to 6. It means that it's a 0 value, which means that C equals to 0 when the clock is 12 to 6. And D, so D is 0 when the door is closed. So these are the conditions. These are the conditions of the system. So you can imagine that this is something that your client is trying to achieve in their system. This is what their requirements. Okay, so let's take a look at the alarm. The alarm will ring. So the alarm will produce a logic 1 when there is a movement detected and when the control switch is off or when there's an open door. So this is like the statement that will trigger the alarm. So take a moment to digest this. Alarm will ring when there is movement, when the control switch is off. So this is together, which means that movement and control switch is off. There's one condition, or door is open after midnight. Door is open after midnight. Okay, that's the second one. And the third one is the door is open when the control switch is on. So these are the three trigger conditions. So you can imagine that with this, you're able to produce already a truth table. So I leave it to you on how you interpret and how you produce the truth table. So here's the question. So these questions are designed to help you solve the problem, right? So I've also included like there are 5 questions here, and the one in red is my marking scheme. So I purposely show you my marking scheme so that you know how I will evaluate your project, how I will evaluate your answers, so that in your submission you will not leave out the elements that I would like to see in each question. Okay, for example, the first one is derive a truth table and timing diagram for the described system. Okay, so there must be 2 things over here. This is 20 marks, and I would like to see the correct truth table. There's 10 points there, and the correct timing diagram. There's also 10 points there. So you know that, okay, you cannot miss these 2 elements, these 2 things in your answer. Okay, so that's why I'm giving you my marking scheme also. All right, and also the next one, list or the mean term and max term. I believe that this is also something that we have done. From the truth table, you can always get the mean term and max term, and you want a canonical form as well. So that's question 2. Question 3, implement using a logic gates, as few logic gates as possible. So you know that in this question, you would need to do some kind of simplification, right? So you can minimize, and you can, after your minimization, then you get the simplified form. And after the simplified form is done, then you can draw a logic implementation. Number 3. Okay, so lastly, the number 4 is that you need to identify there's any hazard to the circuit. So this is something that we've covered this week in the class. So I believe I have also taught you how to identify if there's any hazard and how to fix this hazard. So I need you to identify if there's any hazard and illustrate the hazard through a timing diagram. And if there is any hazard, you need to propose a fix. So if there's no hazard, then you got to justify your reason why you say that there is no hazard. So it's got to be reason, because you can imagine that this project is going to be presented to someone, and you need to prove that your system is stable and there is no hazard, there's no glitches anywhere. So justify. If you say yes, justify why. If you say no, justify why. So this is important to include in this answer. Okay, so the marking scheme would be hazard identification or hazard justification. You can say that yes or no. If yes, show where do you say why do you say it's yes and where is it, and if no, why do you say it's no, and prove that your system really has got no hazard. Okay, and then after that you're expected to draw the hazard free propose a fix. Okay, and you can draw a hazard free circuit. So, and finally, you can also draw the hazard-free circuit using universal gates. Okay, so there's 2 things over here. One is to identify the hazard and get the simplified circuit with no hazard, and then after that, you're supposed to draw that using universal gates. So, which means that there are some kind of a conversion going on. Okay, remember we did the conversion by diagram or conversion by De Morgan's theorem from basic logic gates to universal gates only. So with that conversion, like I do allocate some points over there for you to show me the workings of that conversion, and the final circuit with only universal gates. So remember to also draw that, because I've allocated some marks over there for the final answer. Okay, so finally, the last question is to construct the logic circuit in the previous question on a simulator. Okay, so for this question, you can use any simulator that you are familiar with. I would recommend these 2 tools, Lee and circuitverse.org, because I think these are the easiest one to demonstrate, and there's no need installation. But you can feel free to use other simulator as long as that simulator can also show the same thing. So what are the things that I want to see in this question? So this is the circuit construction. So I would like to see how you construct the circuit in the simulator, and I'll also like to see the output. So the output should be identical to the truth table that you've constructed. So these are the things that I will use to verify that if this question is done correctly or not. Okay, so those are the 5 questions, and I've also noted over here, you need to show the workings for each question on this document, and upon completion, you need to make a tutorial video teaching the audience. Okay, so this is an important point that I would like to highlight. So in the summation, there will be 2 things. Okay, the first thing is the workings. So the working would be like a text document with all these 5 questions showing all your workings. So you can imagine this is like your test. Okay, so in that test, like you have to submit all your workings on a sheet of paper. So upon completion, once you've done with your workings, this project also requires you to submit a tutorial video. So I'd like to highlight here, this is a tutorial video. So what does it mean by tutorial video? So tutorial video means that this video is supposed to teach the audience, it's supposed to guide the audience, explaining how you solve the problem. Okay, how you solve the problem. So you're supposed to teach someone how you solve the problem. Okay, let me repeat that. You are supposed to teach someone how you solve the problem. You are not showing to me only. Okay, you're not just showing to me, okay, this is what I did and this is what I got. That's not the point of this tutorial video. This tutorial video is you teaching someone. You can imagine you are teaching your maybe you're teaching your junior. Maybe your junior doesn't know a lot about digital logic. He doesn't know a lot about logic gates. So this tutorial is going to teach this junior who doesn't know a lot how you arrive at your solution. Okay, is that clear? So so I would expect that this tutorial video to be a comprehensive video. So in last semester, I specified that this tutorial video can be about 30 minutes long. Okay, because this tutorial video is supposed to walk your junior or anyone you're teaching through all these 5 questions. Okay, from the beginning, like how do you get the truth table, how do you interpret the sensor values over here, and then how do you get the truth table, how you answer this question, how you answer the second question, and so on and so forth until you arrive at your final answer. And in that video also you need to show how to construct the circuit in the simulator, how do you get the value of the output, how you verify the value of the output. Okay, so this video will be the main thing that I use to grade you, and in addition to that, I will refer everything that you say in the video on the document. Okay, so there is a video and there is a document that you need to submit. Again, remember to explain how you solve the problem and attach the link of the video. So I will open a submission page in Teams. So you will need to submit a video link as usual, and then also included is a link to submit your document. Right? And finally, you can assume that your audience has very minimal knowledge in digital logic design, and you can explain as much as you can. So you can use everything that you've learned from chapter 1 until this week we've covered chapter 5. So this is like half of our syllabus already. Actually, more than half of our syllabus is here already. Okay, so this is all about your submission. It's all about your midterm project. Any question that you need to clarify before I delegate this out?
Sir?
Yes, good morning. Yeah.
Good morning. And on question number 3.
Question number 3. Yep. Okay.
You said you have logic implementation, right? It means we have to draw the logic gates.
Correct.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, you're right. So when you see this implement the system, it means that you need to draw the logic circuit.
Okay.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So in this question number 3, since it doesn't mention whether you can draw it using universal gates, so you can feel free to draw it using any other gates. Okay. So you can draw this logic implementation on the document. That is one thing, and you can also draw it on the simulator, and you can attach that as your answer as well. Okay. Any other question for this midterm project? All right. So if there is no question, I suppose this is there's no problem with this project. And yeah, I will delegate this project as soon as we end our class today. So there'll be no class today. I will not be teaching because we're done with chapter 5. Okay, so that's one thing for the midterm project. So the other thing is that the other day, I was going through your assessment and going through your midterm, not midterm, mid semester kind of like a checkpoint. So this is a checkpoint that I have every semester. In the middle of semester, I try to evaluate every student, every one of you, to see whether or not you're doing well. And to some of you, I see that you guys have not submitted a good amount of quizzes and a good amount of assignments. So to you guys, I have send you a direct message. Um, Asking you why you have not submitted. Are you aware that you need to submit, or is there any problem? So if you got these messages from me, do not be alarmed. I'm not trying to ask you to submit. I'm not trying to get your submission. I just would like you to be aware that this is already the mid semester, and if things like if you're not if you intend to still take this subject, um, you need to make the submission as soon as possible, because like if there's no submission, there is nothing that I can grade on, and at the end of the semester, I think there is a good chance that you will not get a good grade. So I definitely do not want that to happen to you guys. So I would like to remind everybody that if you are facing any kind of problem, do let me know. If you cannot submit assignment on time, also do let me know. I am not going to pester you to submit. I'm not going to ask you to submit. I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to be mad. That's something I promise I will not do in the beginning of semester, right? But I would like to understand what's your problem. That's my whole key point in saying this. And also, I would like you to realize also that this is already the mid of the semester. So if you think that you cannot cope with this subject, you cannot carry this subject until the end of the semester, I think it's a good time for you to evaluate whether or not you should drop the subject. Because if you continue to take the subject, and if the grade turns out to fail at the end, then like it will not benefit anyone, right? It will not benefit you, and you would just be uh, wasting the fees that you're paying. So definitely this is not something I would like anyone to experience. And also I it's not a good feeling also seeing my students to not pass the class. So I don't want that to happen. So that's why I'm giving you guys a soft reminder through this session over here. Okay. And also, in regards to this midterm project, I would like to let you guys know that this midterm project is a discussion-based project. So, which means that you're free to discuss among yourself. That's one thing. And you're also free to discuss with me. This is not like a test. I do not like tests, to be honest. And I think tests are very limited in so many ways. So take this as a project, like you're building something for somebody. You can build something, yeah, just like a project. Okay, you're building something and you need to present this something, right? And I really hope that this will be a learning experience for everyone who's trying to do this project. And trust me, when you really do something and you really need to teach it to someone, that is when you learn the most. That is why I included the tutorial video where you need to teach someone. So I personally learned a lot by teaching you guys as well, and I really do hope that you guys will learn a lot also by making this tutorial video. And apart from that, I would like to also let you guys know that if you guys face any problem facing doing this project, I am open for consultation. I'm open to meet anyone, but please do let me know in advance for any discussion related to this midterm project. Okay, so I'll be here to help you guys through this project, and what I want you guys to focus on is to maximize your learning in this project. So don't treat this project like a test. Well, you want, if you want, you can, but your learning will be very minimal, and I don't want that to happen. Treat this project as something real that you're building. Treat this project as something that you're working on as part of this the assessment in this subject, and I'm here to help you through this project. Okay. All right. I think that is all I would like to say in today's class. I will post also comment, and I will respond on your comment as well. Okay, guys. I think that will be the end of our session today. Thank you for joining, and I wish you guys a very good midterm project. Sorry, not midterm project. I wish you guys a very good midterm break. And if you note, this project, I deliberately extended this project for 3 weeks. And I really wish that you guys don't have to do this during your midterm break. I really wish everyone can take a break during your midterm time. I think you deserve this break. So I've deliberately extended this to 3 weeks, so you can take 1 week off during your midterm break, and you still have 2 weeks to complete this project. Okay. All right. So I'll post the deadline soon in the Teams, and I wish everyone well. Take care and see you soon. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome.
And sir, about the quiz,
Yes. Which quiz?
for quiz 5.1,
Okay.
it's just that I still doesn't do the quiz.
You
I'm sorry. Yeah.
you feel? Can you repeat that? I didn't get what you said.
I still didn't do the quiz 5.1. I
Oh,
think
okay.
I'm a week late because it's last Thursday.
Yep. So no problem with that. If you notice, right? If you notice, for all my quizzes, right, the submission is open, even though you're late. It's just that if you do a late submission, there will be a late submission penalty. It's 10% of the total marks. So if you think you want to submit, yes, the doors are still open. I would not reject your submission, right? So do submit it if you want to submit. If you don't want to submit, I'm okay with that as well. I will not force anyone to submit anything. Yeah.
No. I
Yeah.
will submit. It's just that last week is a bit of hectic for me, so
I see. Yeah.
I,
It's okay. It's okay. No worries with that. It happens to everyone. It's just it's good that you're aware, and I really appreciate your initiative to want to submit. Yeah. So do take your time,
okay.
and do take a break as well. Like,
Okay. Thank you, sir.
all right. See you.